All right, so this video is meant to give a quick tour of Read and Write for Chrome. The first thing you're going to want to do, if you have not already, is search for Read and Write for Chrome. In Google, you can search it. It'll come right up as the first hit here. You can click on that. And then mine says remove. I already have it installed, but you can click on install. Once it's installed, um, it'll be this purple puzzle piece right up in the upper right hand corner. If you don't see that purple puzzle piece, what you're going to want to do is click on this puzzle piece and come down here and pin it just by clicking on the pin. Once you've done that, I would encourage you to kind of restart your browser. So close everything out. Sometimes it needs a restart to just to start working. Once you've got that all set, to open up Read and Write, all you do is click on it. You'll notice that that toolbar pops right up. Sometimes you'll even see it hang down, like a little drop down arrow. You can click on that. But here's Read and Write for Chrome. It's this little floating toolbar, okay, that I can move it around the screen, get it out of my way, wherever I like. So really quick, I want to go over some of the tools that are on Read and Write. So to begin, we'll just start left to right. This button right here is for prediction, so word prediction. So if you were typing, it would, and you needed help finding the words or spelling the words, it would give you the words as you type them. We'll check that out in just a minute. This is called hover speech. So if I click on this and I hover, so it'll just start reading it as I hover my mouse over it. You'll notice that this one is a dictionary. No valid words selected, so I'll try, let's try curse. So if I highlight a word, it'll tell me what that word means. I can also go to the picture dictionary of it. That's an interesting, fun picture, isn't it? So the context of this isn't correct, but it'll read it for me, and we can have conversations with kids around, like, I don't think that's the kind of curse they're talking about here, right? So I can close that out. I can also have it read to me just by clicking the play button. Okay, so I click on here, click play. Highlight it, hit play. Okay, so that's right like that. I can also do this screenshot reader. This is another extension. It's supposed to be allowed. We'll work on that for you. This is an audio maker. So if I were to highlight this, if I were to highlight this here and click on audio maker, it would create the audio for this exact thing, and it would download it for me.
He cursed stalking women's soccer.
Okay. I'll move my toolbar back up here. So web search for that, you could just open up another tab and do that. This is screen masking. So you can focus the screen on different parts of the article. As I scroll down, it kind of comes with me. You can see that. I can also go over here. I can move this toolbar with me. I can turn it off. I can also click on the settings, and I can change the reading light color, right? I can change the background color. Okay, and I can change the height the opacity of the reading light. So there, I can change the background opacity. I can change the reading light height. Make it real small. Okay. And I can just hit reset defaults and click save. This right here is talking type, so it's voice to text. I can speak and it will type what I say. I can also translate text. Okay. I can highlight text. So maybe I want to highlight anything that. So this article is about an injury that women's soccer players are experiencing. So I might want to highlight anything that has to do with the onset of the injury in yellow. So let's see here. First time different. She torn the, and then right there. Make that yellow. A year later, she did it again. Same ligament, same knee. It happened again. This time it was the right knee, and this time the reaction was different. So it happened on her 30th birthday. Let's see. Months after her 30th birthday. Okay. And then, so let's talk about something else here. Maybe this a different player I'll do in a different color. Maybe a different player in a different color. Okay, so I've got some different highlights here. I can click this button and it will clear all my highlights. Or what I can do is I can click this button and it's going to collect all my highlights. So I'm going to collect all of them by color. It's going to do that. And then what it's going to do, this is the cool part, is it takes all your highlights, puts them together, even gives you the article, a link to the article. Okay. And this puts it right, it goes right into your drive. So you have this, which is pretty fantastic for kids who are reading and trying to research. Really super helpful. Okay. So if we go back, you can also, let's say I want to highlight some keywords and vocabulary in pink. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to do painstaking. That's a great painstaking and grueling. And let's see here. And let's see. Searching for response. Injuries. And we'll do one more. Let's come back up here. Anterior cruciate ligament. And then what we'll do is we're going to click this button here. Now, this is going to create a vocabulary list, right? Like, so if I click this, now I only did it in pink, so I'm only going to select the pink this time. Click OK. It's creating our vocab list here. Look at that. So when available, it even comes up with symbols. So we have meaning, symbols, and then I can even go in here and write some notes. Didn't grab that last one. Okay, so didn't grab that last one, but we have my own vocabulary list that I can work and add to. All right. Now let's come back to our article here. The last thing on here, one of the last things on here is a simplified page. So you can see that this page is pretty simple. But if I click simplify page, what it's going to do is I can increase and decrease the simplification of the page. So if I want to make it more simple, you'll notice that words are disappearing every time I hit it. And it went from a longer article to a much shorter article. And it was simplified. It was shortened for the reader. Okay. I can also go back and add to it until it's the full article again. I can change the font. I can change the spacing. I can change how it's set up color-wise. Okay. And all that is meant to help simplify the page for the reader. Okay. Go back to my article here. And then there's this last one called Practice Reading Out Loud. This is ready to practice reading. Click the record button to get started. Click stop. So if I click the record button, click allow. The World Cup is missing some of the sport's biggest stars because of a knee injury epidemic. No one can say for sure why it's happening or how to fix it. So I'm going to click stop. Play. Now I can send to my teacher. And it will save it. And I can enter my teacher's email address and send it along. Okay, so that's a really other good feature to be able to use with kids. All right. Now, there were some tools that we didn't use because it was just reading. But when it comes to writing, let's see what that looks like. So if I go back into this one, you can use any Google Doc or any document you can type in, to be honest. So what I'll do now is I'm going to go find that read and write tool. You'll notice it's not here. So I'm going to click on read and write. Now it appears again. Okay. And I'm going to try this predictive text first. So if I click on predictive text, you'll see that it already gives me words to start with. So I could first time, let's say that so I don't know. I want to say the first time I read this. So let's see if I type in, oh, there it is. Read this article. So it's predicting the text as I go, and I can continue to write this way. But I don't need to also lean on it as hard. So I was surprised might be hard for me. So surprised. Right there. I know it starts with an S. To hear, there it is. So many, there it is. Players, good. Maybe it's getting, and then I bet you it comes up with, if I go in, so I can do injured. Injured's not here, that's gonna be tough. I can say, let's see here. Injured, there it is. And I can hit a period. Okay. And I can continue to type that way. All right. I can turn off text prediction. I can check it for spelling. It's going to go ahead and grab all the words I need to check. Okay. I can also go to this type. Where's the type to text? Right here? No, right here. So I can click on type to text. Click allow. It seems like many players are having a tough time recovering from the injury. Period. So I can turn that off. A word in there I didn't want, so I'll go back and get it out. But again, that's the type of text. So this is increasing accessibility for both reading and writing. That's a quick tour of the features of Read and Write. If you have any questions, please reach out.